Okay, so Bonnie Blue's back. All right, if you remember Bonnie Blue, all right, she's the worker that had 1,000+ men lining up around the block to get, and to be honest, she kind of screwed up the whole economy of adult work out here, okay? There were a lot of girls doing their thing, doing their whatever, all right? But when you got a chick over there doing 1,000 in a day, it kind of f***ed up the whole game. It's kind of like when Mr. Beast, he out here doing $100 million challenges, gifting people $1 million. How can the other regular, your average everyday YouTubers compete? That's what's going on in the world of adult work, okay? But Bonnie Blue is back, and she is doing some crazy antics. Now, look, for me, I really don't judge women for doing this kind of stuff. Maybe not this kind of stuff, but like, I don't judge women. You know, if you want to do a little, you want to go and be a full-blown corn star, hey, do you think, right? Do you think? Just don't hurt nobody, all right? Get your tests in, have a good time, whatever. Okay, that's cool, that's fine. Okay, but if she's a nice person, she can still be a good person and do all the world. But Bonnie Blue has taken things to a very disturbing place now. Okay, she was kicked off of all platforms for a bit. She's now back. But people are very, very outraged because she is planning to have a child. They're saying she's pregnant and she's planning to have a baby shower. And apparently the baby shower she's going to have a different kind of baby shower, okay? And people are outraged, right? So this basically, she was sat down for a bizarre interview and she basically revealed her plans for her baby shower were just outrageous. Okay, and this has been posted, people saying, I'm so serious. Bonnie Blue is deeply unwell and her family should do an intervention on her. This has nothing to do with S work. It's just wrong and unhealthy. So let's see this nonsense that was being said.
Did I hear right that you have a stunt planned for June?
Yes, I have a baby shower on Saturday. Next Saturday. And I'm inviting the public to turn my baby shower into a shower.
Why?
It's just fun. It's a twist on the baby shower. I'll be having with the people as well as, and it's going to be like a mixture of wholesome baby shower games, like the traditional trying different baby food, along with other fluids added in there.
Now I'm uncomfortable. This is your baby. This is your child.
Yeah. Again, my body, this is what I'm choosing.
Do you not see that in any way as a denigration of your baby?
No, like, it is difficult because I don't want to the baby.
Did I hear right that you have
you know what I mean? Like, I'll be trying to be very, very open-minded and liberal when it comes to these S workers, but bruh, like, you baby, what? What? Actually, like, yeah, I don't want to is my ute, but I'm honestly just baffled. Okay, so look, the news had been circulating for quite some time. Okay, after she basically did her stunt of with over 1,000 men, they were saying she was reportedly pregnant. Now, this apparently turned out to be a hoax, okay? She didn't actually get... I think she was running around saying she was preg. She was trying to work out who the kid was. Apparently, that turned out to be nonsense. That was just a publicity stunt, because if you didn't know, it's been 12 months since this post when she said she was prego. And so, either we definitely would have heard about the kid, because she'd be doing some with her kid. But, like, we would have heard about that now if she had a kid, right? So she didn't. But she announced basically February of this year, all right, after her 1,057-man mission, as she put it, all right, she apparently legit does actually have one in the oven now.
So, guys, I'm at the clinic. I'm not gonna lie, it's quite hard. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I think there's a baby in there. This is my current scan. I don't know why it says BBL though. Oh, and guys, my doctors have agreed to wear blue ski masks.
Hello.
So, look at me, and I can't quite find anything, but I'll let you know if that changes. Can you see anything?
1 second.
What, is that the baby?
That is a baby.
That's actually crazy. What, can we hear the heartbeat, or...?
It's too early to hear the heartbeat.
No, guys, I am actually pregnant.
For the record, I'm not sure this is true. I think this could be fake. If the doctor's wearing a ski mask, I don't know if that's a licensed legit doctor. All right? I don't know if this is all staged. I don't know if that's just a video on an iPad, honestly. This guy's not giving professional doctor to me.
Just one baby or two babies?
Just the one.
Okay, just one baby.
I'm actually not convinced by that video. I'll keep it real with you. I'm not convinced by that video.
It's done. And
it turns out, okay, that she was faking it. All right, she'd been faking it. She's a faker. Apparently, she rage baited all of you. She just revealed she faked the entire pregnancy to rage bait middle-aged dumb parents. Okay, so it's all cat.
I'm no longer going to need this fake bum. So thank you for all you middle-aged dumb parents that fell for my rage bait. So not only has it paid for the villa, the sunshine, but over 100 million views has made me £1 million better off.
So she making M's faking it, but then now they're saying, okay, it might have been real, or maybe there is a real one coming, okay? So she put this out there, right? Now she's saying, oh, actually it was real, now I'm pregnant.
Those that are still
And she's
saying
looking
my
legit.
bump is fake.
Could it be AI? That's looking real, right? It's looking real. So she's out in Ayia Napa, right? And she's looking for real deal pregnant. This is crazy. So they're saying now, all right, nope, we thought it was a hoax, even though she said it was a hoax. That's a real bump. She really outside pregnant now, okay? So I don't know. So she appeared in a bizarre interview on the UK's sort of sometimes conservative, sometimes lefty liberal. Like they kind of swing both ways in some ways, like Central C and them. But basically, all right, on LBC, Leading Britain's Conversation, this is a classic radio show in the UK that's usually very political. She would pop up on LBC, and now look, if you're an American, you don't know about this stuff. Bonnie Blue on LBC is a scary stuff. This is a show that usually interviews like famous politicians, very important people, ex-prime ministers, Boris Johnson, Keir Starmer, and now they got Bonnie Blue on there. Bizarre. Okay, and this was disturbing.
For joining us, and congratulations on the pregnancy and the baby.
I know, thank you.
Can I ask how far down you are?
Far enough to know the baby's healthy, and I'm doing fine.
Good. Do you know the sex of the baby or not?
I do.
You're not sharing it?
Not yet.
No, okay, fair enough.
This would be too wholesome. I need to share it in a really disgusting manner.
Okay. Can I ask whether pregnancy, though, has changed your attitude to the work that you do?
No. I mean, it's been hard. Like, I've not found pregnancy easy. Like, morning sickness is well and truly throughout the whole day, and it's not just been in my first trimester. But in terms of me wanting to continue filming, that hasn't stopped or it hasn't slowed me down.
Surely it must change the kind of things you do that rules out certain stunts, perhaps?
Made me want to be more careful in certain elements, but it has not stopped what I'm doing or me wanting to invite the public.
People might hear you say that and think, oh, hang on, but you're pregnant. Does this stuff not stop for anything? You're pregnant.
I mean, a lot of people, I've been posting clips recently of me having whilst pregnant, and they're like, oh my God, you can't do that. And I think,
can.
Yeah, I think to most people's shocks, whether women want to say you can or can't have it, you can. Like, it is okay and it's healthy. And to me, having with one person for hours or a large group for 6 hours is the same thing to me. It's just different shapes and sizes.
Okay, so look, this would be actually quite an insightful interview. She would actually give some interesting backstory, okay? Because elsewhere, she would also discuss why fan engagement is such a big part of what she does. Now, let's just...
Do you want the public literally up close and personal in that way?
Because when I used to watch content online, it's so unrealistic. It's made to look like it's genuine and authentic, but how many times do you call your plumber and then the next minute it just doesn't happen? And there's
I thought you were asking me for real. Never.
I mean, has it
just so you know, never. No.
And that's just not the reality of it. Nor do people have these perfect and flat tummies, and it's not necessarily relatable. And my content is meant to be relatable to the audience. So there's no better way of doing that than me just inviting the public.
Whether as a mother to be or prior to being.
Yeah.
She really like messes my brain up. I'm not one of these people that like, she's disgusting, she's evil, she needs to be stopped. I more just see a woman grappling with immense turmoil with her own self-identity. That's what I see. I see a woman who doesn't really know who she is, doesn't know what she wants, but she's just interfaced with money and the algorithm in a way that is basically taking her off course. Now, I wonder if she'll have the child and then she'll suddenly realize, like, I think a lot of people have children and they realize they get this immense chemical attraction to their kid where they just feel like, I need to do anything I can to protect this kid. And I wonder if she'll have the realization where it's just like, oh, I've actually damaged and harmed this kid in so many ways because they're going to grow up and be attached with this nonsense that I've been putting out there for years. That's very embarrassing. As much as I believe it's well within her rights to 1,000 men in a day if she wishes to do so, and if she wants to make millions doing such a depraved act, cool. Capitalism for you. But that poor kid didn't ask to be involved in any of that. That kid is going to get bullied so badly on a level that's not even been studied. The bullying that Bonnie Blue's child will be subjected to should be studied by science, because we don't know how bad the bullying can get. Like, we've never even seen somebody's mum be so burnt out. All right, like, we ain't never seen that before. All right, this needs to be studied by science. So anyway, she'd basically go on to describe herself as something of a sex educator for her audience, which I think I think she's more of a gonzo journalist, basically, like exploring, you know, the how far you can get in self-destruction. You know, I see her as more of a shoe nice than a sex educator. She more like Steve will do it with
Yeah.
Today. I noticed that you pivoted towards a younger and younger audience, if that's the word for it. And I mean, people also engage with you as well.
Yeah.
In your mind, are you something of a educator? Is that how you see yourself?
Yes and no. Obviously, I can play into that. But it's a part of that is rage bait. But part of it, like, when some of these men come and sleep with me, and I don't just mean the 18-year-olds, I mean the ones that are in their 40s. Like, I've had stands, I've dated people in the past, and they think they're amazing, but they are terrible and they need to be educated. So, like, when I have sex with the public, often I'm saying, oh, this is what I like, or I'm asking them what they enjoy, and they become a lot more confident and comfortable with me. It's very real. That's normal. A lot of people inject, take tablets. It's so fake. It's so stop-start, but they don't know that because they don't see that. So when I work with the public, it's nice to be able to educate them on the reality of what happens in a professional shoot.
Not all of your content. I'm going to say something, but it doesn't apply to all of your content. But to the most extreme edges of your content that's available online, you know, you're thinking about yourself and how it's developing and all of that. Your content would have made me frightened when I was a child.
It's frightening. It's a scary sight, honestly.
Yeah, I think it depends, because to me it's very relatable. And I don't mean because I'm surrounded with but I explain some guys, sometimes you might not be natural.
So her content, honestly, I couldn't think of anything less relatable than her content. But anyway, she's living it, all right? She's out here getting just absolutely, you know what I mean? Right. It's her right to do this stuff, but she is living one of the most extreme existences that exists in the world, okay? No one can relate to that. So they would go on and discuss gangbang culture, not the kind of gangbang culture we normally talk about on this channel, the other kind, okay? And basically, she was asked, how would you explain your videos to a minor that found them online? How would you actually explain, as it says here in the title, a 13-year-old actually stumbling upon your content? Because honestly, it's like, she talking about, oh, I'm giving people a realistic expectation of what goes on. You're not, love, really, are you? You're giving a 13-year-old that stumbles upon your content a very unrealistic expectation of what it's like. This 1,000 men in a day, these challenges have never been done before. You're creating a completely unique, unrepresentative view of what sexual relations are, and really, you're f***ing the game up. Okay, you are. She kind of ruined. I don't know if any of my rap nerds here, right? If you heard a song called "The Market" by Casper, you say, "I keep up the market, got so many out of night." He talking about he hooking up with so many girls in his city, he up the market. Bonnie Blue up the market for online S work. You know what I'm saying? She demolished the market. She made it inhospitable. All right, she flooded the market with low price, low quality box, and screwed the game up for all the other girls.
It's like that.
I want to talk about this so-called gangbang culture that you are part of. You are part of it. You promulgate it in a way.
Step up.
But again, I don't want to go on about the fact that you're about to become a mother, because that's not the only thing about you, obviously. But if your child started to watch your type of content at the age of 13, 14, what would you say to them?
The biggest thing is just communication. And this is where I say I'm not responsible, because it's down to the parents themselves to educate their children or the people around them of what's normal or what's okay or what's acceptable.
But and I know you broadcast in a different way than I broadcast. So for years I worked at the BBC, and now I'm at LBC, and we're covered by something called Ofcom, which I'm sure you've heard of. We're covered by Ofcom, and there are certain things, because I have a platform called a programme, and I can amplify things on that programme, I have to be responsible about what I amplify and how I amplify it. Now, I know the online world is different. It's the Wild West in comparison with the kind of broadcasting I do. But do you ever feel like then that for you as an individual, you seem to answer a lot of questions, not particularly these ones today, but in other interviews I've seen, you tend to answer a lot of questions by saying, not my problem. I mean, if I did that every day on the radio, I'd be sacked, because there's all kinds of times I want to say all kinds of things on the radio and I can't. And you can, because it's online. I know there are some limits around the law, obviously, but do you ever feel that you are turning a blind eye to responsibility?
The reason I say not my problem is my focus in life is to a certain degree to be selfish. I want to be happy. I want freedom. I want flexibility. I just want fun. So for the other issues, I say it's not my problem because it's not my job to. My job is to have fun. And
yes, that's fine, but you're amplifying that, quotes, fun, as you call it, including gang.
Here's the problem, and I'm going to talk some real shit right now, okay, before I show you some more clips. Here's the problem. She's right in that it's like, it's not her responsibility, right? She's just out here having fun, getting money. She wants to have money, all that kind of stuff. The question I would ask her, are you happy? Are you actually happy? I've done things in my past that maybe I'm ashamed of, not on this level. No, the stuff I've done in the past I'm ashamed of, all right, is a walk in the park compared to what she got on her record. But I would wonder if she really is happy. She's making millions of dollars. Look, we all want to make a lot of money, man. Look, I'm a hustler. I like to make money, but I do everything I do ethically. There are things that I would never do for money, okay? For me, it's different kinds of things. For her, it doesn't seem like there's... For Bonnie Blue, she seems like she would do absolutely anything for money, clout, and attention. She's smart in the terms... She has worked out that she can make millions and millions of dollars a month, maybe even a week, by doing these very extreme challenges online. But I would still ask the same question. Are you actually happy? Are you happy? Are your kids going to be happy? You're saying, I just want to be happy. I just want to have fun. But it's shortcuts. It's happiness now for a lifetime of hurt. I'm not being hysterical. I think if a girl wants to do... That's totally cool. Like, do it. Go for it. Cool. Do your thing. But you have to be realistic with yourself and the consequences. There is nothing more embarrassing than a girl that's done and then is trying to cover it up. It didn't go her way. She's trying to cover it up. She's trying to take it down. Right? All these, the Mia Khalifas, taking down all the stuff. It's too late. That's not like, it's too late. Okay? Is you dumb? You fighting gravity. You fighting gravity with that one. Same thing when these gang members, these rappers, these gangster rappers, all of that take that down, bro. You posted it on your story and then you deleted it because you realized you were talking too hot, but it's on Reddit. Now it's on Instagram. Now it's on my page. Oh, now it's my fault. Now it's my problem. You need to take that. No, you put that out there. Ain't no putting the toothpaste back in the tube. And that goes for the chicks. Ain't no unsmashing them 1,000 dudes. What's that famous Kanye lyric where he's talking about, I know there's some lame dudes you wish you could like, bro, you can't this too viral. This 1,000 men challenge, they're going to be pulling that up in the schoolyard, right? And Bonnie Blue for I want to be happy, I want to be in Marbs, I want to be making millions, new Ferrari with the custom headrest. But are you happy? Are you going to be happy, or are you going to be distraught trying to cover everything up in 10 years time when your kid's starting, you know what I'm saying, starting secondary school? You trying to cover it up. Oh my God, it's disgusting. All these horrible people. Oh, they're just not, they're violating my consent by having my content up here when I want it taken down. Bruh, it's not how it works. Once that's out there, it's out there, bruh. I've taken stuff down. Things don't work out. Someone wants me to take a video down. Cool. I did a whole vlog with the Bloods thing when things went left, took it down. Someone filmed it over my shoulder. It's out. I can't take that down. Ain't no taking that down. It's what it is. It's done. It's done. It's over with, right? It's no longer. So she ain't going to be able to backtrack on this. And I do wonder, I think that's the real question. I think that's the question. She coming on these types of things with so much bravado. I know everything. I know absolutely everything. But she doesn't, okay? This isn't someone you should emulate. This is somebody that is out on their own in a crazy situation, doing as much Aikido as they can to get through it. She don't really know what Pandora's box she's opened, right? She building generational trauma. She building generational wealth. And she building generational trauma. Her grandkid's going to be embarrassed of this shit, man. Imagine this your grandma. Imagine this Granny Blue. And this how you made this how the family made their bread. This how you paid for the private school. It's not going to be a good look, man. And she knew what she signed up for, but the way she's talking, she's preaching like she knows so well. She's so well put together. She knows she's thought this through. She ain't thought this through. She literally hanging on by a thread. She don't know what's going to happen next. She's about to be asked about morals. Do you have morals? And I think this is a really interesting conundrum, because as somebody that's not really a shamer, or like, I don't really care if a girl's got hella bodies, it's not a problem. All right. It's not, I don't need to judge you. We meet in a different time in life, whatever. Okay. But morally, I can't say she's immoral for what she's doing. I think she's definitely wilding out. I wouldn't say she's immoral. Is she hurting anybody? Not necessarily, but I think when she brings kids into it, that's when it starts to become a little bit immoral. Like, but then at the same time, I don't want kids. I don't have kids, but maybe there'll be a certain immorality or a certain something about me having kids. My kids got to grow up dealing with the situation that, hey, your dad be exposing all these gangbangers. Hey, your dad a culture for. Hey, your dad white, but he talking about rap music. He got to deal with all that bullshit. It is bullshit, but like they got to deal with that. All right. Same way Lil Durk's kids. The amount of people say to me, oh, don't you feel bad? Like, oh, King Von's kids are going to grow up and watch your documentary about their dad being a serial killer. Yeah, dad shouldn't have been killing people. Dad shouldn't have been a serial killer. But that's their burden. Yeah, King Von's kids got to deal with me talking about their dead daddy having killed 7 people. That's a burden they got to carry. But that ain't my fault. That's Von's fault. He built the legacy. He built the reputation. He caught the bodies.
Do you have morals?
Yeah, I mean, morals is obviously a word which is like more opinion based. Everyone's like, oh, she doesn't have morals.
How would you describe your morals?
It's hard because everyone says I don't have morals.
I feel like she's getting unstuck here because she can't describe them. I could describe you my morals quite easily. Like, I believe in justice, fairness, honesty. Honesty is very important to me. Okay, look, we all lie. We all get caught in a white lie. We all accident. Sometimes you might just twist something a little bit to spare somebody's feelings. Okay, and it happens. But I'm somebody for a long time in my life. I've realized honesty is so important. You start creating lies, telling lies. You can't keep up with the lies. You need new lies to cover up the old lies. Honesty is so important. Okay, being genuine, promoting things you're genuinely interested in, right? I don't agree with gambling. I don't promote gambling. That's my morals. I wouldn't promote it. I'm not interested in it. I've turned a lot of things down because they don't align with my personal morals. I don't drink alcohol, okay? I probably would promote alcohol because I don't think there's anything wrong inherently with alcohol. I'm not on a crusade to stop everyone else drinking, but me personally, I don't choose to drink, okay? There's products that I wouldn't promote. You know what I'm saying? That gas station, whatever that Kratom shit you be getting at the gas station, I've heard people messed up. I would never promote anything like that. I'm not interested. Crypto scams, all of this stuff, I would never promote it. Okay? That's morals. Now, they're asking her if she has morals and she's sidestepping. She's saying, oh, well, morals is a subjective thing. Morals is an emotional. What are your morals? What do you believe in? Because you don't believe in purity of before marriage. What, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that either. But I'm saying, what do you believe in? Because you believe clarting 1,000 man in a row is cool. Okay. What do you think is wrong? Where's the line? Like, that's what I want to hear. Bonnie Blue, what's too much for you?
I don't have respect for myself. I have more... It's hard because everyone says I don't have morals, I don't have respect for myself. I have more respect for myself and stronger morals than I do now, the one I used to have to sit in rush hour, work for somebody else, book annual leave, and live the same boring life as everybody else. Like now, my morals are I want to travel the world. I want to experience so many things.
But they're ambitions, they're not morals.
No, but in
morals
terms
are
of...
about... Well, my understanding...
See, here's where this gets interesting, right? She's dumb. She's dumb. Let's be real. She's dumb. She's too dumb to realize, okay, your morals dictate. Your morals are all about how you do things. She's dumb because she's saying, well, my morals are better because I feel like I wanted to travel the world and do all these exciting things and have money. And so I feel like I'm in a better position than sitting in a 9-to-5 rush hour going to work. She's not realizing morals. Some people's morals would say, I would rather sit in 9-to-5 rush hour going to an office job than do what you're doing for 1,000 guys in a row because my morals dictate that that's not acceptable to me. Same way with me. I would love to be, I don't want to say too much. Okay, I'd love to have multiple properties all around the world, hella mansions, you know what I'm saying, Ferraris, all of that stuff. But I won't promote gambling to do it. If I want to have the Raris, you know what I'm saying, if I want to have the Raris and Rovers like Chief Keef, all right, if I want to have the iced out watches, I got a couple of nice watches, but like if I want all the next level things that I want in life, if we're just talking about possessions, travel, I want to take care of my people, you know, my people in my circle, I want to do right by them, I want to treat them. But would I compromise my morals to do it? No, I wouldn't. Would I make a bunch of videos promoting scams that I know my fans are going to be affected by? No. I specifically didn't promote this free cash. Everyone promoting free cash, right? I was hearing people weren't getting their payouts. So I don't want to promote that. Because if one of my audience members does a bunch of free cash games and doesn't get paid out, I'm going to feel like a scammer. I genuinely cannot sleep at night knowing that my audience, my fans, the people that love me and put me to where I am, got scammed, didn't get paid out on some free cash. That don't sit right with me. So I didn't take it. That's morals. But Bonnie Blue doesn't understand that. And I want to know what her morals are.
Well, my understanding of morals is they're about how you go through the world in relation to other people, in relation
Morals is a sense of what's right and wrong. And I'm not sure
to their well-being as well as your own. So how would you describe?
I mean, I take great care of people. They literally produce liquid gold at the end of it. It's like,
so look, she cracking the jokes, right? She's talking about take great care of people, but is she taking great care of her child? When her child is born and has to deal with all of these problems, the embarrassment that you've caused by what you've done, is that taking care of them? And here's the other thing. When you're scrambling trying to take your videos down when your kid's born and your kid's embarrassed and you're doing what all the other wash stars do, trying to take all that. There's a few videos I've taken down. There's a few clips I'm not proud of. They're out there, bro. Can't take it is what it is.
in terms of my morals, I'm doing nothing wrong. And I believe as long as you're happy.
Even if it's someone else's husband?
Yeah, again, communication. I've not
lack of morals. There you go.
Dragged him there. I've not dragged him out of your house. You clearly have either something wrong at home or there's something either one of you are missing. So in terms of the husbands, again, not my problem.
I get that the husband has made a choice here. Yeah. He does that. I'm not trying to pin it all on you. But if that were me,
yeah,
whether it's in a setting, it wouldn't be for me. But let's even if it's in a setting or not, if a married person came to me and suggested we have a relationship, even though I'm not the married one,
yeah,
I would still say no on the basis that that person has a family, and I don't want to be a single brick in the wall that's going to harm that family.
Yeah.
That, to me, just an example of what a moral choice would be. That just happens to be what I would do. But you see it as, you almost see yourself as neutral in everything you do. But none of us is neutral in everything we do.
But I see it, say if that husband came to you and you said no, he's going to go to someone else and he's going to come to me. Like, if it meant I said no, it meant he went back, continued loving.
See, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt, but now I see she's completely amoral. Because it's like, if she didn't go to me, then she would go. That's the same argument that people make. Well, I'll take the gambling sponsorship because I know, like, I got a cousin who lost everything to gambling, right? If I say, well, look, if I don't take the gambling sponsorship, 6ix9ine going to take the rain bet. So they're going to gamble in it. They're going to get it from him. Yeah, I don't want to be the one who did it. This is why she's immoral. I didn't really realize it until she kind of tied her up with these words and exposed herself. If I'm not selling the poisoned fentanyl, they're going to get it from someone else. The junkies are going to try and get their heroin and their fentanyl from someone else. So I might as well sell them these lace pills. And if they die, that ain't my fault. They got a problem at home. They got a problem up here. I don't know.
And his wife, looking after his family and had a very loving. It meant he went back, continued loving his wife, looking after his family and had a very loving relationship at home. It's not what happens. If they're already looking elsewhere, they're going to continue looking elsewhere. And I see it as when they come and have sex with me, some of the times I don't even get the name. I don't even see what they look like when we're doing, like, the consent forms are done downstairs. They come in and they've got the blue ski mask on. We're not going on drinks. We're not flirting at work. We're not rubbing each other's legs. Like, it's not emotional. And if I was ever with someone who was to cheat with me, one, I wouldn't stand by it. But two, if they was, I'd prefer it to be meaningless sometimes as opposed to a loving affair.
Why is that?
It's interesting, right? Because it seems like her morals put some value on this loving sex that some people are having. But I think the ironic thing is that, like, that's not really, I'm not trying to be a but it's just like, you've perpetuated a type of activity so deeply that, like, I don't know if people trying to do the romantic one with you, but hey, right, it's not your problem, because they would go and cheat with someone else, right? They'd go and get some escort down the street, right? So I might as well come up and get paid off of it, right? Nah, that's actually your immoral. You kind of exposed yourself. And I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I ain't gonna cap. But anyway, okay, she would then discuss the baby shower, okay? She was asked if she was worried that the UK government might actually take her baby away from her. And she does need to worry, bro. Child services might get involved if she takes things too far, and she doesn't seem to have morals.
And you have more, you're continuing throughout your pregnancy, or so far in your pregnancy, to do your work. And did I hear right that you have a stunt planned for June?
Yes, I have a baby shower on Saturday, next Saturday, and I'm inviting the public to turn my baby shower into a shower.
You see, now I'm uncomfortable. I haven't been uncomfortable at all in our conversation, and you're delightful to meet. Now I'm uncomfortable. This is your baby. This is your child.
Yeah. Again, my body, this is what I'm choosing.
Another body as well.
It's not yours, right? It's my body, my choice, but it's not mine. I guess it gets to the abortion debate. Like, does the baby have life? Like, if you still in the window to abort, you probably still in the window to run the shower, to be honest.
Well,
yeah, but when you have sex with them, again, it goes back to whether you're having sex with one person, which most people do throughout their pregnancy, or a group of different people. It's the same thing. Like, if you couldn't have sex during pregnancy, I would not have sex. But you can have sex, so I will have.
I just think turning a baby shower, or do you regard it as a fake baby shower?
Yeah, it's like a fake baby shower. I won't be inviting my family.
No, but you have your babies with you.
Of course, with the babies with me for the whole 9-10 months. So
Just make it a...
because I'm pregnant, pregnancy is a big for a lot of people. And yeah, who knows, I might only be pregnant once, so I'm going to make the most of it.
Do you worry, and I didn't expect to go here in this interview, but
Yeah.
do you worry that your baby might be taken off you?
No. There's one thing which is social media and there's one thing which is reality. And I think, well, I've seen the state of some families, especially in the UK, and they've got kids and continue to have kids and get funded by the government to keep pushing more out. So I don't worry at all that I'll have my child taken off me.
Even though you're openly there, I know you're saying you're not using your child, but I don't. I would argue that you are using your child because, again, it's that neutrality thing that you use in conversations. I don't know
Yeah.
whether it's planned or whether it's just how you interpret things, but it isn't neutral to have a baby in the kind of setting you're just describing. It's not neutral to invite lots of men in to be filmed to make money while your baby is growing inside you. There seems to me that that's not neutral.
For sure. I think, like most things I do, you'd probably be disgusted in, or you'd be like...
It's not disgust, honestly, it's not. It's concern, not disgust.
Yeah. But again, if people was actually there, it's not as intimidating. These men are actually really sweet, they're nice people. But you only see it's not a nice environment, and that's not the reality, and it's not... There's more to show behind the scenes, but...
You talk there about some people have a fetish for pregnant women.
Yeah.
You will keep your child entirely separate from that.
Yes.
When he or she is born.
Yeah. Like, to me, yeah, these people that dress up as adults, like, I've been in shoots and they've had actual baby rooms and they have adult diapers and people make shapes in there and they pretend to be a baby. To me, even though that's above board, I don't like it, I don't agree with it. But I understand to other people they do that. And
Shocking, really, that she draws the line there at, like, you know, is like out of line. It's disgusting. Like, yeah, don't rubs me up the wrong way, but shower with the baby, 1,000 men. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, it's actually crazy. I was trying so hard not to judge. Let's look at the comments. All right. She just seems like a total sociopath to me. We cannot be serious. This is disgusting. To platform this woman is the downfall of Britain. Cannot stand this woman. What she does on social media is disgusting. Why does she keep getting a platform beyond me? This is disgusting. The downfall of society on full display. Being the nation's sock isn't a job. Making loads of money doesn't mean you're smart. It means you're greedy. She sold her freedom for money, but she lives in fear that someone will throw acid in her face. She gets £1 million a month. Nobody needs £1 million a month. But would you sell your peace of mind for something that you didn't need? That poor baby is already messed up and it's not even born yet. What on earth happened to this woman to warrant this behavior? LBC is going down the toilet. Why, LBC? Why? She is an advocate for an industry that literally preys on people being hooked on their product young. We all know the dangers that dangerous adult content has on children. What utter trash. LBC, her child will have very poor mental health. What a vile parent to have. That kid took a, I ain't gonna lie, that kid taking an L. All right. Do you remember Clavicular talking about, oh, if you're born with privilege, don't be mad that, you know, my spawn point mogs yours. This kid's spawn point couldn't be worse, bro. And LBC, just to give you context, because you Americans ain't going to understand this. LBC, this is like they talking about Tony Blair. They haven't, bro, they have some of the most, look at some of the most popular stuff on LBC. All right. James O'Brien, just prolific political debater, debating about Trump, Brexit calls. They got Emily Matlis on there, Jacob Rees-Mogg on there. Like, these are serious, famous politicians. Ian Hislop on there, legendary, you know, political journalist. They got Nigel Farage. This is like a serious political platform. And they're getting cooked over here with Bonnie Blue and them. It's crazy. Okay, so last thing I'm going to leave you with here is apparently some people think they might have actually found the man claiming to be the father of the child in r/confessions. All right, could this be true? Somebody posted in the confession, I impregnated Miss Bonnie Blue. I'm the father of her child. I'm one of Miss Blue's highly satisfied customers. I travelled all the way from Newcastle to London to have a piece of that last December. The wait was long and tiring, but it was all worth it in the end, even though she's been through many men. Many men. I don't burn no more. Don't want to take my turn no more. Have mercy on me. Anyway, she was still able to provide an exceptional experience. I know I should be using protection. I know the likelihood of catching an STI from her is ridiculously high. However, after waiting in line for hours, I felt I did not want the protection to compromise my experience. If I had to wait for so long, the experience better be as good as it can get. I didn't feel anything wrong after it. Carried on my everyday life. Spent good quality time with my wife and my side chick down the pub. Checked my STIs last month just to be clear. It was all clear, just to be careful. However, last week I got a random phone call. I presumed it was a scam. I didn't pick up. They kept calling me. I finally picked up. I heard a scruffy man's voice on the other end. He told me I'm wanted for a very serious matter and I need to be in London in 2 weeks. He also said he'd be sending me more details after the call. I thought it was a troll. I was about to hang up the phone and I heard a voice so raw, sensual, and feminine. I got right away. I recognized the voice as Miss Blues. She told me I'm her, but she has a terrible piece of news to share. My heart started racing. Lust was all over me again. She broke the news I'm the father of her child. I was speechless for a few seconds. I wasn't expecting it at all. I've always wanted a child of my own, but my wife can't have kids, so this is not how I imagined it to be. She told me she wants to abort a child as her amazing career comes first, but children are always angels to her. She always dreamt of having a little Bonnie by her side. Okay, he was saying, yeah, sure. All right, it's Cat, but can you imagine? Just put yourself in the shoes of the poor man that found that out. Okay, that's all I got to say about this one. Okay, I need to go and have 3 showers to just clean off after this one. All right, so that's it. Peace.